Hi there, Becky here from 168 Fitness. Now, over the past few weeks I've been talking about achieving your health, fitness and weight loss goals before the end of the year or before Christmas in particular. So hopefully you've started to achieve your goals and have made some good progress as well. Last week in particular I was talking about evaluating your success over the past few weeks, and if you've been happy with your success, then carrying on with your progress, and if you've not been so happy with your success and your progress, then making some slight changes and addressing the issues that have prevented you from achieving as much as you'd like to have achieved over time, and being honest with yourself as well. Have you put in the best amount of effort that you could, and how you can improve for the future. So that's what we've been talking about recently. Now today's topic, it kind of came to me, I thought it might be something useful to discuss with you off the back of a conversation I've just had with a client, and it does sort of relate to achieving your fitness goals. It's not something that we all need to be thinking about necessarily, because some of you will have been doing it already and it won't be such an issue for you, and some of you it's just you can sort of be a bit more flexible with your schedule and you don't need to worry about this sort of thing. But what I want to talk about today is fitting in exercise and making time to achieve your goals. Not just exercise, actually. It's kind of fitting in the action that you need to take, the actions, plural, that you need to take in order to achieve your goals. So that might be prepping your food for the week. It may be planning your exercise sessions. It may be arranging your schedule so that you have a bit of time just to unwind and de-stress and be focused on yourself, give yourself a bit of me time, whatever it is that you need to do to achieve your goals. This week's topic is about making that time to do it, and then some tips on how you can do that. So the conversation I just had with the client was that she didn't have time before Friday to go out for a run, which obviously Friday is great, and it's really good that she put that in her diary, and she knew she was going to be running on Friday. She planned to do it then. But what I said is could she get out before Friday to go for a run? And the simple answer was no, not really, because childcare, work, just running around here, there and everywhere. And that's fine if that is really the case, but once we sort of looked a little bit deeper into her schedule, we found that actually when she was taking one of her kids to football practice, she could actually go out for a run because she was going to wait around for him to finish. She could go out for a run whilst he's at football practice, even if it was just sort of a 10, 15 minute, 20 minute run out and back from the school, then she could fit that in, and that was a good use of time. Rather than sitting in the car waiting for him to finish, she could actually be doing something for herself as well. And the reason why it's really good and planning this in, one, it's fitting it in. So when you feel like you haven't got time, and the easy answer is to say I haven't got time to do it, it's a really positive thing to actually find the time, make the time. That's the key thing here, is what I'm trying to get across, is that it's never easy, and actually no one really ever sits around waiting for something to do. Usually we all have something going on that we are using our time to do. So actually you've got to make the time to achieve your goals. We've only got 168 hours in a week, and how you spend those 168 hours is up to you. So if you really want to achieve your goals, and it is of utmost priority for you to achieve your goals, you will find a way to make the time to achieve them. But what I want to talk about today is how you can sort of some quick fixes of how you can do it. So for example, like I said, if you're taking the kids to camps or to sport practice or just parties, various things that you've got to take them to, then using that time to go out for a run or find a class that fits in. If you're taking them to swimming lessons or something, is there a class on at the gym or the swim? Is there a swim session that you can get involved in? Could you use the gym whilst they're swimming, or like various other things? Running is obviously really good. Just you can do it anywhere, anytime. But even going out for a walk is a really good way of fitting it in. So rather than sitting in the car, maybe being on your phone, can you fit in a walk and use the time like that to burn some energy, feel good about yourself, get some fresh air as well. Just also as well around sort of work and just general commitments, it doesn't have to always be multitasking. Getting up that little bit earlier, I always say to clients that if you can be a morning person, if you can fit your exercise in, or even just whatever it is that you need to do to achieve your goals, if it is meal prepping, if it is taking pack-ups to work, things like that, if you can get it done in the morning, then that is a really good time to be fitting it in. Exercise, food, whatever it is that you need to do to achieve your goals. Fitting it in the morning is really good because then it sets you up for the day, especially exercise, but just knowing that you have had a really positive start to the day, you're feeling good for the rest of the day, proactive, productive, positive for the rest of the day. That is really important, and it's exactly why I do my exercise first thing in the morning, get my endorphins in for the rest of the day, and I know that nothing much can get in the way of it. It's like I set my alarm, I get up, and I go and do my exercise. Sometimes I have to work first thing in the morning, but I'll always make sure that I've planned it into my diary, that I've got a little window at least of sort of 20 to 30 minutes after first PT sessions of the day to fit in some exercise, because I know I feel better for it. If I didn't have time for exercise, then I'd make sure I'd planned it in for the rest of the day. But if I'm thinking about sort of food, I tend to plan my food at the start of the week, and especially with my new food venture, I am actually planning it sort of well in advance. We following a set menu, but I make sure that I've got the ingredients, or I make sure that it is pre-prepared beforehand, and I usually do that the night before, but doing it on the morning is absolutely fine as well. If you know you're rushed in the morning, you've got to get out the door, you've got to get the kids ready for school, doing it the night before is fantastic, because you can get up in the morning, you can know that you are ready to start the day in the best possible way. So I've talked a lot this week. I want to just recap that planning and preparation is essential. Planning the time in your diary, making the time to achieve your goals, whether that's food, exercise, or whatever it is that you need to do to help you achieve your goals. Making the time, putting it in your diary, scheduling it like any other appointment is essential. If you don't make the time, if you don't choose to make the time, then you're not going to be able to achieve your goals, because it's just not going to magic itself out of nowhere. You have to take the time to make the time and put in that effort. So hopefully those of you that needed that extra kick up the bottom this week, that will resonate with you, and those that are already achieving your goals, then just keep on with it and keep motivated, and I'll see you next week.